Even if we have no goals, we are into the Copa Libertadores as it stands.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Pacific Pursuit, and welcome back to Sao Paulo, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up. The first one away from home, and then in the second one we get to play finally in our home stadium. It's titled the Morumbi Stadium there, as you can see. I think it does have another name, but the bis is like so it's the Morumbo Stadium or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. That might be incorrect, but it's for sponsorship reasons that it is the Morumbi. Bis is like a Brazilian I was researching, I think they're like a Brazilian TV channel or something like that. We get to play in that stadium with 77,000 seaters. 72,000 are able to actually go in there and be seated, but a massive stadium which we get to come home to every time we play with this new team. Legends who've played there, Kaká, Cafu, absolutely incredible, and we get to come off and play in that stadium. Today we have two games. First one against Juventude, and then I was looking at the name of this team. They had like quite a long name. I think it's here, Goianiense, I think it was. Hopefully I've got that correct, but we will be playing against them today. We've got Juventude, they were in 13th, and then our next opponent's in 15th. We're in a very good position in the league table, as you can see, 5th place. We are qualified for the Copa Libertadores, but we're not guaranteed to get in there. We need to get the first win, so it means that we finish in the top 5, and top 5 guarantees you the group stage. 6 and 7 gets you into the qualifiers. The 7th place wasn't there before, but I think it's dropped down even more. But yeah, we don't want to get 6th and 7th because we have to play those qualifiers. But 13 teams going to the international competitions out of 20. That's what, 65% of all teams, which is absolutely insane, really. But it's really good, really good to see that we've got so many good clubs who go into it, and I think they do represent really well. Let's get straight into the action. The Brazil shirt is out once again, and we're going to be coming up first against Juventude. So the team for this game against Juventude, it's always changing who we're playing. We've got so much quality, particularly past this back line, that it is literally just always changing. We've got Mateus in goal, back line of Cusqueta, Merelo, Wallace and Quitar. We've got Fernando, Villegas, Franca in the middle, Rodolfo on the left, Tony on the right, and De Silva up top. Kick-off here in this game against Juventude. I forgot to show the schedule, how we've done since last time out. We've had a bit of a mixed bag of results, really. 4 wins, 2 losses, a draw. So overall, on the positive, I think those games that we did lose were against good teams and a bit of a collapse at times as well. We've had our initial budgets come through. I think the defence does need securing a little bit. I think we do have the quality in attack, but I think we need to make those changes accordingly. But I think we are in a very good position with particularly the quality we have in the attack. I mean, I'm looking at players today, and some players so unfortunate to miss out. There's De Silva with a shot. He's one player he's had a really good time so far. He's got up to 20 goals for the season. If we go and take a look, he scored a hat-trick last game out against Corinthians. We beat them 4-0. Got some revenge off the back of losing to them with Nacional. That's a bit of a derby day as well against Corinthians. I think they're the biggest rivals, or one of the biggest rivals definitely for Sao Paulo. So to get that 4-0 win, always nice, and hopefully we get to see one of those games. Or against, I mean, if we take a look, the fierce rivals they have, or derbies even, they have so many against Palmeiras, Corinthians. This team here is a 3rd division team, and then Santos as well, who are in the 2nd division. They do kind of float around between the 1st and 2nd division, but obviously a massive team, and if they're going to get promoted, by the looks of it, being in 2nd or 1st place I should say, they'll come up from that 2nd division into the 1st division. So it'll be interesting to see. Next episode, it might just be those cup games in the Sao Paulo Championship. I might show the Corinthians game then, because there is so many games you have to get through. We might just show the Corinthians games. Hope maybe it's like a final or something like that. Maybe we get to the final and that's what we show. But we'll have to see. This has been a very boring game. Are we going to get anything from it? We'll have to see. We'll give it time. I'm sure something will happen. eventually, but I might show those games just because there is so much to go through, and if there's a trophy on the line, it could be 2 episodes, it could be a 2-part episode, or 2 episode part of the series, but we'll have to see. I mean, 80 minutes gone in this game and nothing, absolutely nothing is coming for us here. We're going to look to make a few changes into that deep line midfielder position. I want to bring on Victor Gano, who's a very good player, who unfortunately does miss out on some of these games. I'm going to bring Bell on into the middle, a talent for us, and then as well I'm going to go with Castaneda, I think, or Castaneda in the attacking midfield role there, and see how he does make those attacking changes, go a little bit more attacking. I mean, we want to finish as high as possible, and this doesn't really help our case in trying to do that. If we can get the win, we would go above Palmeiras into 4th place, but what a boring game the full-time whistle's going to go, and we've seen one highlight, and it's just one of them, but now it's the big one. We go to our home stadium for the first time and wrap up the season. Hopefully we can have a very good finish. And the team for this final game of the season: Mateus in goal, backline of Cusqueta, Merelo, Wallace and Cuitara. We've got Fernando, Gauna and Franca in the middle, Rodolfo on the left, Tony on the right and De Silva up top. Kick off here in this game against our opposition, whose name can't quite remember. We are in this stadium. I mean, if we go and take a look, our opposition here was Goianiense, I think it was. We play against today in this game. We are about to approach 2036 in game. I thought this would be a pretty short challenge. It's definitely not been the case, but we are with our final club. We're going to look to try. Hopefully that Brazil job comes up, because the Copa America is in the next few kind of months coming up, and if that goes up, then we have to go and take it, and we might have a Copa America segment, which will always be fun. Here's Tony with a header, and it's a save, and the rebound goes out. Cuitara now into the middle, and that's cleared. In the end, it's gone, and now he plays that back in, but nothing comes from that in the end. But yeah, that Copa America is coming up. I really want this Brazil job, because I feel like we can go and take them to win the World Cup. Some of the talent they have, absolutely incredible, and who knows, it might come up. They'll have a lot of games coming up in this off season. I would assume they have some World Cup qualifiers still going on. If they struggle a bit with that, who knows, we could tempt fate, and maybe we just get that job that we do want. It would be remarkable if that does happen, and hopefully it is the case. But maybe another job will come up before that. But if it is the Brazil job, you already know we are getting on that. Here's Tony into Cuitara. Where can he go? He's looking to advance. Is that foul in the box? The decision is penalty given, and I don't know who takes these penalties. It might be Rodolfo, it might be De Silva, I don't really know, but the decision is penalty given. Our opposition today completely, it's no penalty. Why do we bother? Why do we bother at all? I really don't get it, but it's not a penalty, and we're going to have to go back to square one. Ideally today we want to finish in 4th place. That would be a very good finish. In my opinion, I think this season Flamengo have completely run away with it. Internacional, I think it is, Internacional have had a very good season, and have gone quite crazy as well. And then Botafogo, here's Tony with an F, he puts that wide. It's Botafogo, Palmeiras, Sao Paulo, Fluminense here, and then Corinthians. We've also had kind of similar seasons. Botafogo probably better of the rest of the teams, but quite similar in these 3rd to 7th places. So overall, I think it's been a good season for a lot of these teams, but hopefully we can top it off and get to that 4th place spot, and it will be very, very good for us in the end. Both Botafogo are drawing their game, but I don't think it will matter even if they lose and we win, because we would be under what we need. I'm taking a look at some of these player names, by the way. Thierry Henry, I think we mentioned him last episode, and then there was another player as well who I noticed was named Diego Maradona. And is that the Marcos Vinicius? He is not the Marcos Vinicius. He was formerly of there's a Marcos Vinicius and there's another Marcos Vinicius. Absolutely crazy. He formerly was with Sao Paulo. He went to Shonan in Japan, which is Japan League. We've not seen it absolutely ages. I don't know what's going on over there, really. We can't see it anymore because it is not loaded. I don't know if even Nagoya are loaded anymore. If we go and take a look, they are in the J League, but there is no games because they are now removed. It looks like handball knee as he went over there, didn't he? He left Ulsan when we were there, and he went over to Nagoya there, as you can see. So very impressive that they're doing well in the J League by the looks of it. They are still there, at least they're not going down. So it's always nice to see that they've managed to keep their position there after we got them promoted in that season, which was a very good season, even if it was only one season. The ball behind here, Tony into Rodolfo. I think that is offside though. Rodolfo has not been able to get in the scoring at all, really. He's really just not got up to speed. It's been a bit of a slow start for him. Maybe the position and the style of play is not working out for him, but I'm sure he'll get there. He's a very capable player by the looks of it. He's scored many goals already this season, and I think we just have to be patient with him, give him his time, and I think we'll get the most out of him in this team. Half-time whistle going to go here in this game. Sao Paulo completely, and you can see, like I say, there's a very impressive stadium. When you look at it, you don't think it fits 72,000. It's like I don't generally don't know how they do it. I think it's because it's like really quite long. They've got the athletic track around the pitch, so that it means that the stadium stretches out a bit more. But the atmosphere they must create in there must be absolutely incredible, because stadiums are typically like, there's a ball behind here for De Silva to shoot, and he's not able to convert. And if we don't win this game, then it's just going to be one of those in it. I think we are qualified for 5th place, are we? Hopefully we've not been overtaken. We are still 5th place, and Fluminense, are they winning their game? There's another ball in here. We're not able to win that. Fluminense have already played, have they, by the looks of it? I don't really know. And then Corinthians as well. What are they doing? The Corinthians are also out of action by the looks of it, unless I just can't see that. But yeah, they must create some atmosphere, because it's like one of those typical South American open stadiums where it's like stadiums are always like that, but like a velodrome, I think, is the way to describe it. Just the circular style. They've got it's like a really massive strip, and then they've got like some smaller strips below. But it just seems like the fans would just really get involved. And who knows, there might be a little vlog match day to Sao Paulo. Imagine that. That would be absolutely incredible. 70 minutes gone here in this game. We're in our blue kit. Rodolfo for 1-0, and he's at the woodwork, and he's offside, and it might just be one of those days for us. Surely a goal is coming at some point, but it's been very, very unfortunate that we've not been able to win this game, really. Palmeiras are drawing, as you can see there, against a team who sit in the relegation zone. 4 teams go down. 13 teams qualify for the international tournaments, but 4 teams go down. I think it's a good thing though, because you get fresh teams coming in all the time. I think it can be quite beneficial when they do that, and I can definitely see why they do choose to do that. We're going to look to make a few changes, move a few players around. Villegas in. We'll put Fernando a bit more advanced, because he is quite a capable goal scorer. He was brought off Mateus Franca there, not really having his best game, really. I think he is another player we can get a lot more out of. I think a lot of these guys in the attack we can get a lot more out of, but we're only a few games in. We've got to be patient with these guys, and I'm sure the games will come with them. We'll have a lot more time to be with them, and ultimately we'll come away with hopefully a good performance from them when we go into those Copa Libertadores games, which it looks like we will be going into automatically. Even if we have no goals, we are into the Copa Libertadores as it stands. 91st minute in this game. There might just be a late winner here, and I think it would be deserved if we do that. Fernando, where can he go? He's looking to advance this ball now. Fernando might just go all the way, plays in behind McCormick, and it's cleared. McCormick, a Scottish name you would think, or Irish name. He's I don't think he's Brazil. I think he's Colombian actually, but it's an interesting name definitely. Here's Murillo, tries to play a ball in behind, it's cleared, and it will go back to one of our players, Villegas, into Murillo. Murillo is going to play into this midfield area potentially, back to Cusqueta, and Galno's on the ball now, and he goes back to Murillo into Villegas, where can he go? Back into Murillo, and Murillo is going to look to pick out passes here. He does find one in behind for Rodolfo to square it to De Silva to score, and in the 92nd minute De Silva scored to win us this game and qualifiers for the Copa Libertadores. It's deserved. We get the goal we've been waiting all episode for. It was definitely worth it. and Rodolfo into the silver. That'll do it. The full-time whistle goes. Look at that stadium. Then we do the lap of honour, and we have got that win, and we are through to the Copa Libertadores next season. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave with this out tune, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for whatever games we have in store. Thank you, bye bye.